I am declaring today that I've selected Ford Motor Company as the pattern-setting target for Auto Talks 2023.
That's the word from Unifor President Lana Payne. She's taking Canadian auto workers down a very different path than the UAW for National Auto Talks. Payne telling GM and Stellantis negotiators to stand down until the Ford deal is reached, which is the longstanding tradition.
Of course, for its part, the United Auto Workers has taken a much more boisterous approach to the talks with the domestic three, shedding tradition. Business editor Rob Maloney takes a look at what the Unifor agreement might mean for talks on this side of the border.
The United Auto Workers and Unifor have long traded notes on their contract talks. This is the first year in many, though, that they've been negotiating at the same time. Yet for all of that unity, they've gone in very different directions. The UAW with a rhetorical scorched earth policy, whereas Unifor is looking for the best contract it can get as quickly as it can. Unifor President Lana Payne believes that they can make the September 18th deadline with Ford strike-free.
We've made progress with them in a week. We'll see how it goes, but obviously at this point in time, we wouldn't have selected Ford as a target if we didn't feel confident about where we could get to.
Ford of Canada HR VP Stephen Major obviously pleased Ford of Canada can now control its destiny. Quote, Ford of Canada and Unifor have a long track record of productive collaboration. For our industry, this is a time like no other, and success requires us to adapt. At Ford, we are committed to finding new approaches, new solutions, and the flexibility required to be successful in the short and long term in Canada, end quote.
They don't give a crap about our workers.
No such niceties from UAW President Shawn Fain.
So I'll tell you what I'm going to do with their proposal. I'm going to file it in its proper place.
Fain declaring the domestic three the target and may not pick one at all. Wayne State University union expert Dr. Merrick Masters calling Ford now a wild card here too.
I think that this could very well be something that makes a bold statement about the role of Ford in these upcoming round in the United States.
There is worry across the industry Fain might just strike all of the domestic three at once. Masters believes Ford's traditional role of wanting to work with the UAW could hold sway.
I think that if they're in the position where they can strike a real good deal with Ford that they could use as a template to take to the others, that would be the kind of deal that I think they should take rather than going on strike just to send a message to the other two.
There is a bit of a scheduling issue here, however. Unifor's strike deadline is September 18th, the UAW's September 14th at midnight. So should the UAW walk, it might have an impact across the river here. But when Lana Payne was asked about this, she said, you know what, we're just concerned about our talks. In Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, Rod, by the way, the United Auto Workers had no comment after Unifor announced its decision earlier today. U.S. national agreement talks continue along with UAW locals all over the country doing rallies and picket training as that September 14th deadline nears.